And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring to the stage a man who has been arguing with himself for some time on whether or not he's a schizophrenic. Mr. Sachs!
Let's get one more round of applause for Susie. Yes, indeed, everyone. I am the Evan Sachs that you have never heard of before. Actually, you might have. I have a really busy TV life, even though I'm only 16 years old. I've been in a lot of commercials, specifically the Swiffer one. All jokes aside, I probably should pay a bit more attention to my hygiene, because I actually went to the doctor a couple months ago and I had a cavity. And I was really surprised, because I had the fluoride toothpaste, the vibrating toothbrush. You can see it too, they're still in condition. Another fun fact about me that you didn't ask for, I have 4 chronic illnesses. I have diabetes, epilepsy, ADD, and dysgraphia. Now, if you're like the rest of the world and you don't know what dysgraphia is, it's like you're as smart as the Smithsonian Museum, but to get that and transfer it to paper, my hands are like a 96-year-old blind librarian, which means along with coming up with confusing similes, I can't write. I actually went to a diabetes camp a couple of months ago, and there was a really, really nice kid there, but he was random and he couldn't keep any details about anything straight. And the big one for him was the Armstrongs. And that's just what it sounds like. Louis, Lance, and Neil. Couldn't keep them straight. And the big thing is he didn't remember their big accomplishment. He remembered the really little details. So, in his mind, Louis was the great bicyclist, and Lance was the great, great guy that hung out with Balls Baldwin, and our good buddy Neil, the old one-nut chump. But the 14-year-old kid remembered Stretch Armstrong perfectly. And if you get that joke, you're getting old. Yeah, this guy remembers it. Glad to see you could come out tonight. There was actually a lot of sportsy stuff at that camp, which I didn't like because I'm not even a remotely sportsy person. Which is why I'm not a big fan of the baseball stadium being built uptown. My view is, do we really need another arena to see some guy freak out when he gets a touchdown? Or to see the linebacker get a 15 love? Or to watch as the quarterback breaks the racket over the designated hitter's head? I didn't think so either. Out here. Alright. Now, let me tell you a bit about myself. I avoid racism. I don't get it. I mean, why don't you all do what I do and look past that person's skin color and see they suck regardless of their race? I also try to avoid sexism, mainly because if you couldn't tell by my ripped figure, I have no muscles, so if I happen to make one, you can find any woman anywhere and she would kick my ass in a fight. Now a bit about my family and friends. My family is up to date with technology. So, for my 14th birthday, I got an iPod. Not an iPod Nano or Shuffle, an iPod. The thing that's about as big as I am. And for my 14th birthday, I got the new top-of-the-line gaming system, the PlayStation 1. I love them though. If only they returned the favor, nah. Anyways, my friends. I have one really good friend of mine who recently took his girlfriend to Carowinds. And he won her a little bear thing that you get from the ring toss. And they just went on the Intimidator, and she was flailing it around, about to let go. And he was petrified that she was going to lose it. So at this part, I start laughing like a maniac, and he's like, "Dude, what's so funny?" So I have to tell him, "Dude, that's a metaphor of your relationship. She's showing you what you can do with your gonads." One more bit before I head out. if you're like me, which I really hope you're not, you like to find ways to end conversations quickly. So I have a few ways that you can by getting very specific words into the conversation. Some guys talking on, just stand there and say, "Puss." Just looks at you for a second, keeps on talking. Drainage. Seepage. Well, I'd love to spend more time and talk to you guys, but I got a boil on my back, so... Once again, I'm Sachs, and thanks for coming.